He's the undisputed Brit basher. Ukrainian Oleksandr Usyk has defeated a string of British heavyweights to become the greatest fighter of his generation. Along the way, he took out Chisora, Joshua, and Dubois, but he also had to defeat the undefeated Tyson Fury. It was the fight that everyone in the boxing world wanted.
That's what we want to see now.
You are next! Me and you, soccer next! You ugly little man! Let's get it on!
The immovable man mountain Fury versus the boxing purist Usyk. But the drama began long before the opening bell. This is Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, how it went down.
Usyk, you're next to the you're next. You are next. Me and you, soccer next. Me and you. You get me, little soccer. Rabbit. 15 stone little beat a bodybuilder. Well, I ain't a bodybuilder, soccer. I'm gonna write you off. I already done one Ukrainian Klitschko, and I'll do you as well, Gappy team.
You've kind of called out Usyk. When are you going to fight Usyk and where?
Like I say, I'm probably going to have some surgery on my right elbow. I've had a tough time with it in camp and that. And after that's sorted out, we can get the fight on for sure early next year.
I loved the bit at the end where Usyk, he was sitting there. We're having a chat earlier, Tyson. How the hell is he going to reach you? I can't see it.
Listen, it is boxing and styles do make fights, and he has beat a big guy before, AJ 6'6", so I'm not that much taller than him. So, you know, I've been searching the world. I've travelled all over to find a challenger who can beat me, and I can't find one. So that's 14 years.
Al said 12 years ago you'd have had a go, Al, wouldn't you?
No. I'm scared of his dad. Never mind. Tyson.
Let's talk about yourself. Oleksandr Usyk, we're getting close now. Is it March? Is it April?
Well, I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm trying to make that fight of the century next.
Tell us a little bit about Oleksandr Usyk. There's a bit of back and forth going on social media between you and him at the moment.
He keeps calling me the belly. I got to say, belly's going to get you. Belly's going to get you. Belly's going to get you. Big bellies eat rabbits. And that's what I'm going to do, eat the rabbit up. But listen, let's get the fight on first. It's no good talking smack when there's no fight happening yet. When the fight gets done and we get it all on and we get a date in the venue, then it's on, isn't it? And then we can see if the big belly is going to beat the rabbit.
Everybody wants to see you against Tyson Fury to decide the #1 in the world. Do you want it as much as everybody else?
I do want this fight to happen. I do really want this fight to happen. I want it so much that I even would skip my lunch now. For that.
What's your message to Tyson Fury?
Tyson. Message Tyson Fury. See you later. Queen.
Calling him the Gypsy Queen, yeah? No, not the Gypsy
Queen,
King. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Greedy belly, I love you.
We've heard from everybody who's anybody in this saga regarding Usyk Fury at Wembley on the April the 29th. Is it going to happen? We still don't have confirmation from it. We heard from Oleksandr Usyk yesterday saying 30, 70, I've even agreed to that, but I want £1 million sent to my fighting fund in Ukraine. They call Tyson Fury greedy belly and say that Fury's ducking the fight. They doubt if it will happen. And then in the last few moments, Tyson Fury has gone off and won.
I can't wait! I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm ready to rock and roll. I wish it was this weekend. Usyk, you gappy teeth, ugly, bog-eyed rabbit cat, ugly piece of You are getting knocked the Simon Jordan, you little No wonder you lost 100 million. Wrong business, you little sausage.
Now, my little sausage.
He's a wally, isn't he? I mean, never mind Gypsy King, he's the Gormless King. He tagged it into Simon Cowell, didn't he? He put it on Instagram, tagged it into Simon Cowell.
So Cowell got all of that.
God, he's feeble-minded sometimes, isn't he? I mean, the bottom line, he's right, isn't he? I mean, he's maintained his position and got 70-30, so he's maintained that argument. He's right, I did lose a bunch of money. But he's a bit of a Burke, isn't he? I mean, the fact of the matter is, we've done nothing but champion him forever and a day, to the point where you and I get called Fury fans left, right and centre, and he gets one little bit of criticism, and he gets all feeble-minded and weak and offended by it. Good. Keep the noise up, Tyson, because we want you in the ring with Oleksandr Usyk. Get over it. Get on with the fight.
Oleksandr Usyk would meet another Brit before facing Tyson Fury. Young heavyweight contender Daniel Dubois stood in the Ukrainian's way. The stage was set, Wrocław, Poland, for what would become one of the most controversial heavyweight bouts of the modern era.
This is what he came in at again. There's a body shot. Is that low? And the referee signals timeout. That was a low blow from Daniel Dubois, right on the borderline. And Usyk really felt that, as you can see. That took the wind completely out of him.
Oleksandr Usyk did complain about a low blow, but watching it back on several occasions, it's beltline, boys. It is a beltline. It is a beltline shot. It's not in the breadbasket.
Mate, the only time you've seen Oleksandr Usyk on the floor as an amateur was to body shots. He doesn't like it there. The guys knew they had a secret weapon in the camp, and that was Oleksandr Usyk's old trainer. They'd been working on stuff. We saw in the open workout that Don Charles had the body bag on. He was working the chest, working the hooks to the body. That was the game plan, and it worked. Round 5, it worked. The referee was never going to do Daniel Dubois any favours over here this week, and he certainly didn't there, because that shot was not low.
Gareth with Don Charles.
Don Charles, Daniel Dubois, Dynamite Dubois' trainer. You just made a very good point, Don, that they need to bring VAR
Most
into
definitely,
boxing.
100%. We got conned out of that. VAR, if you can have it in football, bring it in boxing.
Whoa, there we go.
Taking nothing away from Usyk and his performance, right, and the class that he is. But listen, he was on the floor for the best part of 5 minutes there. That's a liberty, really, because the shot weren't low.
This is an incredibly tough task. Taking on Oleksandr Usyk on this particular night is an incredibly tough task. They've quite evidently worked on a particular game plan, and the game plan worked. They chopped him and chopped him and chopped him and chopped him consistently. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying here and saying that he won rounds against Oleksandr Usyk, because Usyk himself was absolutely fantastic in responding to what Dubois was doing. But that is, without any shadow of doubt in my mind, the most amount of consistent round success that somebody's had against him at heavyweight.
Here's something to think about that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
What do we think would have happened if the referees started counting rather than the judge did a low blow? Do we think Usyk would have got up? I think he'd have got up. I think Usyk would have got up.
I think he'd have got up.
I think he'd have got up.
Yeah.
Here's the fact. He got given 5 minutes, Oleksandr Usyk, okay? Takes the full 5 minutes, he recovers. There's still 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in that round.
Yep.
Daniel Dubois didn't jump on him.
He tried to.
He didn't jump on him enough for me.
No, I agree with that, boys.
Yeah,
He
not
didn't.
quite enough for me, but
He didn't.
But he did.
He should have thrown everything in the kitchen sink at it
Because
then,
he was still
because he
hurt.
knew he'd rattled him,
He
right?
was
Because
still
like you
hurt.
say, whether yeah, exactly where the shot landed, he's saying, oh, it's my balls, but it's not, mate. It's your body that you've been hit with, whether it's low or not.
That's fair enough.
That's body. That's the point I was making.
No, that is fair
and
enough.
so then you got to jump on him and do it, and Daniel didn't do that.
Again, the fact is, Usyk rallied. He gathered himself, and round 6, 7, 8, 9, he went through the gears and just showed how classy he is.
What do we think now about Usyk in against Fury after that?
I think Fury might fancy it a bit
I think
more
he
now.
does.
Yeah,
A bit more now.
What Fury's a master at, right, is he's a master at using his size to his advantage, but he can match Usyk for agility. He's light on his
IQ.
feet. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that is key in this one, because
And he
Fury,
knows low blows don't work.
Fury will know to use that size, and he'll know to bully him. And another thing and all, mate, you're going to get a low blow and all.
Fury, meanwhile, had his own obstacle to overcome in the shape of a super fight against Francis Ngannou. Few expected the former UFC champion to pose a real threat, especially in his pro boxing debut. But Ngannou stunned the world by dropping Fury in the third and pushing him to the limit over 10 hard-fought rounds. Fury won a controversial split decision, but the result divided the boxing community.
And Fury looked like he got beat up, and he won a split decision. So I agree with you. I think he won the split decision because of the future, what's happening. You know, the Saudi money's massive. They've got big expectations on the 23rd of December with the unification fight between Fury and Usyk. So, unfortunately for Ngannou, he's fought the fight of his life in his pro debut against arguably the best heavyweight of the current era, and he's been robbed.
Is Oleksandr Usyk now robbed? Because I'm wondering, is this next fight going to happen? Do you think that's the last time we're going to see Tyson Fury?
Potentially.
I'm not sure if he'll ever box again. I think he might sail off into the sunset
made
now.
all that.
He would have got paid a lot of money.
But there's massive money waiting for him, isn't there, on the 23rd of December against Usyk. So potentially could be the
Yeah,
last.
but it's if he loses, is that more hurtful to him than missing out on a mega payday?
I think Tyson Fury will hit the pillar after that Ngannou fight, and he'll be thinking to himself, can I retire on the back of that? I've just been gifted a decision there. Ngannou got robbed. Can I really finish my career there? Is that it? Is that his legacy? He's got to fight Usyk to cement his legacy and prove that he's the best heavyweight of the current era. Is he going to want to retire on the back of an Ngannou robbery? Because that's what 99% of people on social media now are saying.
Despite numerous delays and doubts, the highly anticipated bout between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk was finally confirmed.
Are we looking at Fury Usyk in February?
That fight's signed. It was originally expected to take place on the 23rd of December. It's been pushed back, and it'll take place in the early part of New Year. That fight will happen. It again is going to be a massive fight. It's the first time a unification fight has taken place this century, and it's one of the quickest unification ever been put together.
So you're telling me straight, Fury Usyk is on, and it's on in February?
I'm telling you straight, as I've always told you all the way through any conversation we've had, Jim. Straight up, mate, it's on.
Tyson Fury is well known for his mind games and press conference antics, but this time felt different. The Gypsy King was in full force, hurling insults in every direction at his opponent. But Usyk, the man nicknamed the Cat, remained cool, calm and composed. Was this a sign that Fury's mask was beginning to slip?
We will see, yeah.
Yeah, we will see.
Uh-huh.
You can't beat me. You can never beat me. If you beat me in your dreams, you better wake up and apologise.
Enough?
Enough what?
You stop talk?
I come here to pick a fight. I didn't come here to play games. You ugly little man. You ugly little man. Little man.
Yeah,
I thought Tyson Fury, I think it's old hat. When he starts with a name calling and starts doing personal insults on people's physical appearances, I just think it's not masculine, it's not manly. It's fun and games at the start. You think, oh, Tyson Fury's funny and he don't care what he says and he's got a big mouth and he's brash and, you know, he's from the travelling community, so he doesn't care. That's probably why he struggles to get sponsorship, let's be honest. Is a hard sell for a blue chip company when he's got the mouth he's got, the potty mouth, should I say, being polite. But when I watched it the other day, I've got to be honest, I'm bored of listening to him. I think he's embarrassing himself, and I thought that Oleksandr Usyk was class, pure class, even though there's a language barrier and he struggles to get across what he wants. The looks and his body language and then the interpretation from the small bits that he does say, he came out of this looking very good, and Tyson Fury now is the bad guy that everybody wants to lose. I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about the feedback that you get and the comments you read on social media and underneath the YouTube clips. Tyson Fury is doing himself no favours with his mouth. I think it's embarrassing. Everybody wants him to get beat. I don't talk to anybody who wants Tyson Fury to win this fight. He's totally turned everyone against him.
Just days before the bout, the gloves were off, when Fury suffered a huge cut above his right eye that saw the fight being delayed.
Tyson Fury has picked up an eye injury ahead of the fight with Oleksandr Usyk, and that fight now been rescheduled. Is going to be fought in May. Frank Warren, this was Frank's reaction, promoter Frank Warren, when he heard about the Fury injury.
It was this morning in sparring, and he was sparring with a Croatian heavyweight who caught his eye with his elbow. So, I can't tell you how gutted everybody is, and you know, and I obviously feel for Tyson, I feel for Usyk because obviously he's been training hard for the fight, and I really feel for Turkey Al-Sheikh and everybody who works at the Riyadh season, because this is an event that we all worked hard to make happen, and unfortunately it's going to, as I say, it's going to be postponed now.
So it's going to be rescheduled now, or has been rescheduled now, Simon. But I mean, very little choice, did he?
No, not really. I mean, a lot of people are suggesting. I mean, my first reaction was it couldn't happen to a nicer group of people right now, but that was me being mean-spirited. But my next reaction is that this is a big fight. We all want to see it.
Yeah.
And the idea that Fury has manufactured this injury, or someone's hit in the head with a frying pan, which is, I think, what Oleksandr Usyk's manager suggested, that he'd got someone to whack him in the head with a frying pan so he could avoid the fight. Right. I'm assuming Frank will be suing him or banning him, or Turkey Al-Sheikh will be doing that, because you can't have that said. But I think it's an injury. And there's a lot of conspiracy theories and a lot of the social media. Adam Catterall made a point, which seems to have got him in trouble somewhere, which is absurd, by the way, that the social media landscape was suggesting that this was Fury doing this and Fury doing that. And the reasons why the social media landscape is doing that is because Tyson Fury has been consistent in his inconsistencies, which is what Adam was saying about, I'm going to retire, not going to retire, I'm going to fight this person, I'm going to fight that person. All we've heard from the Fury camp over the last 12 months is a lot of the time baseless nonsense. And you can't say that because you'll get banned and everyone will get upset because somehow or another the Furies now control the media. But there we are. Look, he'll fight him. And if we have to wait another 3 months for the fight, well, everyone's waited a long period of time for this fight. They can wait another 3 months. I think it's just an unfortunate set of circumstances in big fights. Frank aligned it to or compared it to the Rumble in the Jungle when George Foreman got a cut and was fighting Ali and it got remade. This fight has already been announced as being remade. So all the conspiracy theorists questioning Fury's attitude for this fight can go away. This fight will happen.
Sure.
And it will still be the biggest fight in boxing, and the winner of this fight will be the biggest star in boxing.
A little bit depressed for the first day or so, but afterwards, like all things in life, I realised God's timing is impeccable, perfect. It's not late, it's not early, but it's bang on time. So it wasn't my time to fight for the championship then, but it is going to be my time on May the 18th, so I'm really preparing fantastic for it.
After all the drama and trash talking, the long-awaited undisputed heavyweight title fight would finally take place, live from Riyadh. Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk stepped into the ring with everything on the line. As the opening bell sounded, Fury appeared confident and relaxed, even mocking Usyk with some showboating during the early rounds.
Taking a step back.
However, Usyk's relentless pressure quickly began to tell.
Usyk again! Pitch perfect!
Gradually wearing down the Gypsy King and leaving noticeable marks. Refusing to be overwhelmed, Fury responded with equal intensity, trading fire with Usyk and began reclaiming control of the fight.
Push on though, Fury's got to go at him though.
Usyk was asked if Fury was simply just too big for him, and Fury said no. Being big doesn't mean anything, or it will be the elephant that would be the king of the jungle, not the lion. Good exchange there.
But all of that was about to change in round 9.
Usyk backed off. Not a good right hand from Fury. It was a big intake of breath there, wasn't there?
Good body shot from Fury.
Yeah,
It's a big round this for Usyk.
No effect.
And these guys are not letting it stand. Usyk shot.
Tyson Fury is out on his feet. There's nothing left. He's all over the place.
When the final bell rang, both men raised their hands, but it was Usyk who became the first undisputed heavyweight champion of the 4-belt era.
From Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk.
115, 112, 114, 113 to Oleksandr Usyk. 114, 113.
115, 112 is right.
Oleksandr Usyk, by split decision, is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
The right man won.
That's all that matters. Agreed. Absolutely. Via split decision, Oleksandr Usyk is the king of kings. He's the undisputed champion.
You can watch Oleksandr Usyk v Daniel Dubois 2 live from Wembley Stadium on DAZN this Saturday, 19th of July. Scan the QR code on screen and sign up to DAZN today.